Join me as I make classic Rice Krispie treats. Welcome to White Shadow Fare. Make it homemade and make it with love. Rice Krispie cereal was invented in the 1920s, and by 1941, the traditional Rice Krispie treat recipe was on the back of every box. Today, most people are buying the pre-processed, filled with chemical Rice Krispie treats, but we're going to make them today with generic rice cereal and save some money. Get your supplies ready. You will need a large pot, a 13x9 greased pan, butter, miniature marshmallows, salt, and vanilla extract. Place your pan, a very large pot, over low-medium heat, and you will add 8 tablespoons of butter that you will slowly melt. Make sure that you have all of your ingredients poured and ready to go because this recipe comes together quickly. To your 8 tablespoons of melted butter, you are going to add 8 cups of miniature marshmallows. That is equal to about a 16-ounce bag, or where I buy them, I buy 2 10-ounce bags and just measure out my cups. Rice Krispie treats can be served all year long. They look perfect on your holiday table. They are enjoyed in the summertime. If you keep the ingredients on hand, you can whip up the perfect dessert in no time. Keeping the heat nice and low, you are going to melt these marshmallows, stirring so that the marshmallows are completely coated in butter, and that stirring will ensure that nothing sticks to the bottom of the pan. There is something so satisfying about watching the marshmallow and butter melt together and make this marshmallowy goo. This is the perfect recipe to take along to a picnic, take along to a holiday gathering. Sometimes simple is just better than fancy. The prepackaged Rice Krispie treats are wonderful and they are convenient, but you don't really know everything that is going into there. So you can save yourself money and they are going to taste much better and everybody will be excited to have them. This is not the recipe from the back of the box. I feel that this recipe makes a softer Rice Krispie treat. Once the marshmallow has melted, you're going to remove it from the heat and you are going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt and 1/2 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix that in. Eight cups of a Rice Crisp cereal. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, using a little bit of elbow grease to get everything mixed together. And then you are going to be pouring this into a greased 13x9 pan. It may have been years since you've had homemade Rice Krispie treats. This is such an easy recipe. It's the perfect one to teach children how to cook. It's the perfect one if you haven't baked in a long time, and it's a great treat to bring along. Pour your Rice Krispie treats into your 13x9 greased pan. And then I take a piece of wax paper, I put a little bit of cooking spray on it, and then I push down to get my bars to be nice and compact. Here you can see that I'm just pushing down. I want my bars to be nice and firm. You're going to let them cool completely before you serve them, and then you will cover them and keep them on your counter. They do not need to be refrigerated. These are soft and delicious, just like when you were a little kid. If you've never tried making homemade ones before, what are you waiting for? I hope that you will give these a try. If you haven't already done so, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for joining me at White Shadow Fare.